Wendy's will close hundreds of U.S. restaurants in the coming months. Sweetgreen is selling its Spyce technology to Wonder, and beef inflation is putting pressure on Texas Roadhouse. Welcome to Restaurant Daily, the day's biggest industry news and trends from the editors of Restaurant Business and Nation's Restaurant News. I'm NRN Managing Editor Leanne Zinsmeister.
And I'm RB Managing Editor Heather Lally. Wendy's reported a tough third quarter with domestic same-store sales down 4.7%, driven by inflation and traffic losses. This is compared to its quick-service peers McDonald's and Burger King, which were up 2.4% and 3.2% respectively. Interim CEO Ken Cook said the company's turnaround plan launched in October is beginning to show signs of progress. The biggest initiative from that plan is its, quote, system optimization pillar, which evaluates underperforming restaurants to understand what improvements they need or if they just need to be closed. Cook expects mid-single-digit closures in the next several months, which equates to about 200 to 300 U.S. restaurants.
Sweetgreen is selling its Spyce technology to Wonder for $186 million. The move will help strengthen the fast casual chain's balance sheet as it struggles to reverse declining sales. Spyce developed Sweetgreen's automated infinite kitchen make lines, which have proven to be faster and more accurate and to boost margins. Sweetgreen will continue to open infinite kitchens under a licensing agreement with Wonder, but the burden of building and improving the automated systems now falls on Wonder, which plans to use the technology to grow its own business as a mega mealtime app.
Meanwhile, it was a rough third quarter for Sweetgreen, with same-store sales down 9.6%, including an 11% decline in traffic and product mix. Sweetgreen's outlook for the year also worsened significantly. The chain now expects comparable sales to be down significantly. CEO Jonathan Neiman blamed softer sales among younger diners, a key demographic for Sweetgreen. Hoping to shake off its reputation for expensive bowls, Neiman said the company is reworking its pricing architecture and the chain's plan to promote dishes with protein to appeal to increasingly protein-crazed diners.
Beef inflation is putting pressure on Texas Roadhouse. Restaurant profits at the chain declined 168 basis points last quarter to 14.3%, due largely to higher beef prices. And it is expecting those prices to remain elevated for the foreseeable future. However, it does not plan to pass the inflation along to customers who continue to flock to the chain. Same-store sales rose 6.1% in the period on higher traffic levels. Skyrocketing beef prices at the grocery store may in fact be driving some customers in.
McDonald's has won another discrimination case. A federal court judge ruled in favor of the fast food giant in a 3-year-old lawsuit filed by a former security executive. The executive, Michael Peister, who is Black, argued he was subject to a year-long hostile work environment and was later fired, allegedly over comments he made during a forum with CEO Chris Kempczinski. But a judge said that Peister provided no evidence that he was fired over race. Peister plans to appeal the decision, according to his attorney.
Butter has become a platform for innovation and a way to add value to bread service. Logan's Roadhouse launched a Butter of the Month program offering rotating flavors of house-made butter to accompany its signature rolls. Fast casual Vicious Biscuit offers a jam and butter bar with flavors like sweet potato and maple bourbon to enhance its scratch-made biscuits. And indie restaurants are flavoring butter with herbs, green garlic, and orange zest to measure up to their special breads.
How do you adapt a rooftop bar to a Minnesota winter? With a bunch of heated cabins. Every winter, the rooftop bar at the Four Seasons Minneapolis transforms into Nordic Village, which features several cabins that can host 4-course dinners for 4 or 8 at $175 per person. The menu features Scandinavian cuisine, such as Swedish meatballs. There's also a heated igloo-type area made of glass where guests can relax. And there's a cabin-style bar that can seat 24 and serves a selection of a la carte drinks and food. All the cabins are lifted to the roof by crane in October and are removed in March.
And that should do it for today's edition of Restaurant Daily. Get the latest restaurant news every weekday wherever you get your podcasts. I'm Leanne Zinsmeister.
And I'm Heather Lally. Have a great day.
Thank you for listening to today's episode of Restaurant Daily. Rate us on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, and subscribe.